Hey folks, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, I've had my Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 for about 2 years. It's a 2019 bike, bought it just after they came out. Love that machine, didn't ride it anywhere near enough, but that's another story. As much as I love the Royal Enfield Interceptor in its basic form, I kind of bought it knowing that I wanted to customise the bike. So that's what I've been doing for the last, well, quite a long time, and that's why you haven't seen it on the channel. But what I've done is I've changed that Baker Express, which is a lovely rhubarb and custard paint scheme, for something else. I've changed some of the components on the bike, just to make it the bike that I really wanted. So stick around and stay tuned to this video. I'm going to reveal to you my Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 TMF Custom Special. Okay, so you will see the bike shortly, I promise you. But before we do the reveal, let me give you a little bit of background about what's been going on, because I've never had a bike customised before. I had no idea how difficult it was to arrange, how long it takes, or indeed how much it costs. So initially, in around September 2019, I thought I'd have a little look around to find myself a custom house to do the work that I wanted to do. And I built myself a specification, and I sent it off to a few custom houses. And to be honest, pretty much most of them didn't bother responding to me. One of the more famous ones did say thanks but no thanks, so that was at least good. I did get a response. Eventually, I found what I thought was a great looking custom house on the south coast. They agreed that they would take the bike on, and the only downside was there was a massively long waiting list. Don't forget, this is September 2019. They didn't actually come and pick the bike up until July 2020. So after what felt like a very agonising wait to get the bike started, the guys turned up with their white van in July 2020 to pick the machine up. Absolutely fantastic. Off they went, took the bike down to the south coast, and I didn't hear anything for a few months. So I was getting very excited, thinking that the bike was getting done. Anyway, roll forward now to about September 2020, I get a call from the custom house. So I'm very excited, thinking they're going to say, come and pick the bike up, it's all ready. But no, what they said was they'd had a bit of a problem in that they'd been struck down by COVID and basically hadn't done any work, and they had such a backlog now, they didn't know when they're going to get a chance to get onto my Interceptor. So they said, very sorry, but can we bring the bike back to you? So they did indeed bring the bike to me, and I was back to square one. So I was telling my friends down at the Bike Den, the Royal Enfield dealer in Watford, of my woes with the bike and getting it customised, and they said, well, why didn't you tell us? We do custom work. I had no idea. So dropped the bike off with them around about the end of November 2020, and they set to work on the bike. Now, come December time, Mrs. Fly was doing her CBT in Watford, so I decided to pop in, see how the bike was getting on. Here's what stage the bike was at then. Okay, so welcome to Watford. Here I am at the Bike Den, the Royal Enfield dealer here. Let me introduce you to Steve. Now, Steve here is the fellow that I actually bought my Royal Enfield off of, my Interceptor, about 18 months ago now, was it, Steve? Something like that? Yeah. And am I right in thinking that this is the biggest Royal Enfield dealer in the country?
It's the largest concept store in the country, yes.
So when we say that, what do we actually mean? Do you mean biggest in terms of stock, which you've got quite a bit?
Stock and square footage, yes.
Right, excellent.
So we're the biggest soleless Royal Enfield dealer.
And how's sales been going this year, it being a funny year?
Been a funny year, but it's been good. The Interceptor obviously selling really well. Bike of the year again. Yeah, and next year, obviously, you guys might have seen the Meteor is coming fairly soon as well.
You're looking forward to riding that? You got me down for that?
I've got you down to ride that. You're one of the first on it.
Excellent. Now, I mentioned that I bought my Interceptor here, and I also mentioned that I'm getting some work done. Now, what better place to come than the place I actually bought mine from? So, Steve, you've had the bike for a couple of weeks.
Yes, we have.
It's in sort of mid-flow, isn't it?
It's in mid-flow.
Can we have a look at it?
Yeah, of course we can.
Let's lead on. Okay, so here we are in the bowels or depths. Let's go with depths. The depths of the Royal Enfield dealership. So this is my bike. I've never seen it in a state like this before. If I'd realised it was going to be like this, I would have brought me rags and given it a good clean. So anyway, what I haven't told my viewers is what exactly are we going to be doing to the bike?
Well, we are going to be making this a kind of a flat track scrambler.
Flat track scrambler hybrid thing.
Hybrid, yes.
A scramker.
A scram track.
I like a scram track. We'll go with that.
We'll go with a scram
It's a new genre, you heard it here first.
Right,
so
what
are we doing then?
We're going to be obviously taking the wheels off, putting some nice knobblies on.
Yep.
Just to give it that aggressive stance.
Yep.
We're going to be powder coating the wheels.
Yep.
Gold.
Oh, best colour.
Which is nice. We're going to powder coat all the engine cases. So this side and the other side, and the rocker covers.
Brilliant.
Come around this side. They're all going to be powder coated.
Yep.
We're going to obviously go with the fork gators, which is pretty standard on
a scram track. Yeah, that's the one.
We are then going to do a back end delete, what we call. So we are going to chop roughly here.
Yep.
So you're going to lose your mudguard, all this standard here.
I'll be glad to see that go.
We are going to put a nice short number plate about here with built-in LEDs and indicators and brake lights.
Nice.
We're going to change the shocks so they're black.
Yep.
We are then going to give you your custom seat.
Excellent.
And your custom paint job, which I'm sure you maybe want to keep secret a little bit.
Yeah, we'll wait for the reveal for that.
Yeah.
But I think probably no surprises, but you're going to like it. Well, I hope so. If you don't, then he's in trouble.
Right, going on to the controls, we are going to have a similar handlebar, but it's going to be black.
Yep.
And we're going to lose all the switch gear and have some nice tidy. I won't reveal what that's going to be yet, but
we'll
some
wait
nice
and see.
tidy
We'll wait and
switch
see.
gear on
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Levers will probably stay with. Bar ends we're going to work out at the time if we like the bar ends. Again, it depends on where we go.
Yep. And what about the exhaust?
So the exhaust we are going to produce, we're going to surprise you on those. They're going to be a nice custom. They're going to be black, ceramic coated, short, probably finishing around here.
Fantastic.
Nice and loud,
Real.
black ceramic coated.
Sounds good to me. So, how long until we get to see the finished article? Well, it'll be about 2 minutes in your case, but
Yeah.
how many weeks for me to wait?
Realistically, 2 to 3 weeks.
Fantastic. All right, so we'll go back to TMF Towers in 2 or 3 weeks' time by the wonders of YouTube, and let me show you the finished bike. So all seemed good at that stage, and as the weeks rolled on, I chased a few times to see what was going on. I was told that the bike was proceeding, but then unfortunately disaster struck. There was COVID. Chris, the guy that was doing most of the work, got COVID. Then he had to have his shoulder replaced, and basically work kind of halted for ages. So much for the 2 to 3 weeks realistically to get the work done. But anyway, hey ho, these things happen. Okay, so fast forward to now. I'm recording this on Friday the 1st of October. Would you believe that is almost 2 years since I started this whole saga of trying to get the bike customised? It's taken far longer than I expected. Anyway, the great news is the bike is now ready. I have seen the bike whilst the work was being done. It looked brilliant at that point. I cannot wait to see the finished article. I've got high expectations of great things to come. Got Mrs. Fly here. She's driving us up to Watford, up to the bike den to have a look at the bike. So stick around, stay tuned. Let's reveal the bike to you. Okay, so here we are, back at the Royal Enfield dealers, the bike den in Watford. Here's Steve again. Remember Steve from December it was, wasn't it, last time we met?
December, yes.
And Carol's here too to help us with the reveal. The bike is under the cover here, so very exciting to see what we've got here. Can you two please take your positions so we can reveal the bike? Oh, somebody's hoovering the car outside, excellent. Look at that. You made that look easy. Ta-da! Check that beauty out. So, what do you make of that, folks? What do you think, Carol? Like it? Cool, huh? Right, so, look at that. Isn't that great? So, you've noticed immediately the novelty item that Carol has pointed out. The
Oh, you haven't?
fuel. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to blame that fella. So, Stephen, it's been a while coming, hasn't it? But it looks absolutely fantastic.
Looks amazing. Really pleased with the end result.
Done a top job. Was there anything particularly that was hard on it, complicated? What?
So you've got your Motorcycle Gadget switch gear.
Yep.
So obviously it's all cleaned up on here and gives you a quick release throttle on there as well.
Wow.
So that was a little bit challenging to get rid of all that.
Because the cable's obviously gone in the handlebar,
all
hasn't
hidden,
it?
yes, all hidden cables, etc.
Yeah, so that's great stuff.
And obviously finding the right exhaust because you wanted a particular type of exhaust.
Yes, yep. So yeah, let's have a look at the exhaust. There we go. So these are back, aren't they? BAAK,
yeah. The French company, yes.
Right, excellent.
We went through a couple of different guises on those, didn't we?
They look brilliant, don't they? And this stripe is looking great, isn't it?
The Le Mans stripe is amazing.
Yeah, I think that looks really good.
The green and the gold, I have to admit I wasn't 100% sure when you said green and
really?
gold.
You doubter?
But I think it looks amazing. I think your logo as well.
Don't you peel it off. It looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, the logo looks really cool on there.
Yeah, the logo's looking good, so there's no doubt it's mine.
Definitely yours, you won't lose that in the car park. I think the gold wheels.
No,
really
sorry, it's the Mrs. Flyer.
Because we've even got a special number plate. I probably shouldn't show this, but there we go, check that out. How cool is that? What an absolute winner. I am loving it. So thank you so much, Stephen. Do pass your thanks on to Chris. I was hoping he might be here, but he's done a great job. I mean, he had all sorts of trials and tribulations, didn't he?
I know it would be. But
They're having a chat without me.
Yeah. Obviously you've got the tech indicators, LEDs, tech shocks, and the powder coating on the engine.
It's fantastic. It looks great, doesn't it? The wheels have come out really beautiful, haven't they?
Amazing, aren't they?
And these, I remember from talking to Chris, the tyres were a bit of a pain to put on, weren't they? Because the sizing isn't quite right with the Enfield.
It's very difficult to get those on.
Yep.
Obviously, and without damaging the gold paintwork on the wheels.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
That was challenging.
And these are the Hide-Nail tyres, aren't
Hide-Nails.
they? Yeah. They look,
Yes.
they look great. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it rides with the knobblies, but it certainly looks like this. The gaiters make a lot of difference, don't they?
The gaiters finish it off really.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got the tech holder here for the.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
And the grill.
Well, thank you, sir. All that's left to do then is for me to ride it, I guess.
That's it. That's the last thing left to do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much,
Excellent work.
Andy.
Cheers.
Alrighty, we've wheeled her out, here she is. It's time to fire this beast up then, and get used to the switchgear. So this has all been configured slightly differently to what I'm used to, of course. Let's just, actually let's just roll her back a bit. It's going to want a calamitous departure. Already feels a little bit lighter with these exhausts. Intrigued to see what the suspension's like. Right, let's fire up then. We are in neutral. This is the start button now. Oh, she's got a nice note about her. Alrighty. I'm liking that already. Okay, that's my indicator. Yeah, it's got a nice low throaty rumble to her. Time will tell how that mellows out and what it's like on a run. The first impression's great. Comfort wise it's lovely. This seat is super padded. It's much more comfortable than the standard seat. I like that. And the actual riding position itself, really nice. These handlebars look great and they are nowhere near as extreme as I feared they might be in terms of how they feel. Right, I'll get on the open road, see what she feels like. I have to say these exhaust pipes are so much nicer than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be obnoxiously loud, but actually they've just got the right volume to them, and they are way lighter than the Tech Bike Parts exhaust that I took off, which in themselves were much lighter than the stock exhaust. So the bike feels considerably lighter. It's got the new Tech suspension on the back as well, so I'm intrigued to see how that handles on bumpy roads. On this road it feels absolutely fine. I can't hand on heart say it feels any different to previously though yet, but I need to try it on some twisties I guess. Hand grips feel nice and comfy, and I elected to keep the original Royal Enfield dials on here as well. I just think they look classic rather than putting on some little custom tiny jobs on the handlebars or whatever. I just think they look great as they are, so I'm glad I've kept those. And yeah, it's a nice place to be. It's a nice place to look down on this incredible Le Mans stripe. The green and gold I think is absolutely beautiful on it. I love a bit of gold on a bike. I'm always going on how I love black and gold, but green and gold is up there as far as I'm concerned with it. And the other thing that I'm pleased to say about the handling on the bike so far is those knobbly tyres seem to not have detracted from the ride at all. I can't hear them buzzing or anything like that. Again, time will tell when I get her on some twisties, which will have to wait for another video. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this time. That is the brand new Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 Custom revealed. I cannot wait to ride her some more. I'll be bringing you loads more videos on this bike. I can already anticipate on what some of the questions are going to be, so I will bring more videos on it, as I say, and look forward to speaking to you again soon. Do leave comments below, anything you think I've done right or wrong. Really looking forward to hearing your views on whether you like the bike or not. Alright, till next time, this has been the Mr. Flyer. Cheerio.
Just before we do the bike reveal, Mrs. Flyer is just driving me up to Watford now to pick the bike up, and I have seen the bike a couple of times. Well, let's do that again. That was rubbish.